Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And it is time to take the bus to... Here to Wager. I'm not going there. We're going to Tier 1. Wow, that was fast. I promised we would take on the first stage today. The first gauntlet. Well, that's what it's officially called. If you ask me, though, this place is more of a dumping ground. Why else would they renovate this place? Dumping ground? Yeah, they covered up the spikes and everything for the competitors, but all the simulations are... Well, I'd say they suit this derelict pile of rust. Pollution and acid rain. If you don't believe me, I'd talk to the guy below. I'd recommend taking his advice. No one will think less of you for it, probably. Fragile Man. Oh, hi. I'm here as a warning on behalf of the tournament committee. The level ahead of me, it's really, really hard. Oh, great. It's one of many that busted me up real bad. Nobody's gonna blame you if you just use the skip teleporter. I'll be in there with some friends of mine. If you want to know the whys, please talk to us. Company helps. So first is the worst, 175th place. This means I need to get, like, what, at least 83 to be in the upper half? By it, the it. Average score of 16.5. Oh, and this tells you all this stuff. It has a 25% time penalty. Okay, so this is design, fun, creativity. No fun by Flashman. Oh my. Creativity, aesthetics, and functionality. Okay. There's our skip teleporter. Can I go to the left? What happens if I do? I die. Well, okay. Yep, this level's too hard. How bad could it really be? Okay, that's an issue. Also an issue... Another way of crushing that. I don't trust these jumps, that's for sure. Because they look like 4-tile jumps. I don't like this music either. So this is just a long stretch of utilize stuff. Now, I know the original challenge of this was to do this with design the stages for Buster only. I wanted to get that, but I didn't switch in time. Darn it. I just don't think we can, yeah, make some of these jumps. Yeah, so if you're trying to do this stage without special weapons, you're gonna have a bad time. Fortunately, I'm not going to restrict myself to that, because I'm not up for having a bad time. I hope there's checkpoints in this. But I feel like there might not be. I don't want to do that. Yay, okay, we do have a checkpoint, so that's a good thing. Just random enemies galore. Also, why do we have infinite spawning things? That's never good. Can I barrier this? Yes, but no. I can just laser trident them at any point. That's fine. Spikes. Voltman. I have a bad feeling about this. As do I. Is this the boss? Can we be done? Oh gosh. No. Okay. I see why this is not liked. Magnetic shockwave. Doesn't take care of those in one hit, huh? Auto-scrolling. That's not even proper auto-scrolling. The lava's not scrolling with us. I need something better. And I need it faster. Isn't this kind of fitting that this is a bad stage and difficult stage when it's using a Mega Man X6? Crap. That's not good. Yeah, it's using a Mega Man X6 theme here. But the lava doesn't rise. It's just auto-scrolling. That's janky. Also, why did we go from ice to fire? I need a... better weapon against those, because that's, like, the biggest pain right now. Oh! Dang it! I need to utilize Magnet Beam up here. That's what I gotta do. This Thunder Beam isn't awful against those guys. Here we go. Here we go indeed. Oh, I can make that jump. Spark Chaser's only good at shredding them when they're next to me. I don't know why I'm jumping right now. Okay, these jumps are very tight. Go away, please. Okay, magnet beam. Laser trident. We're pulling out everything here. Get a moment to breathe. Oh gosh. You are not what we needed. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. No! That's a telespawner! I was doing good. I gotta do it all again. Ah, and I missed that jump. That's okay, we can fill up more stuff this way. How long does this auto-scrolling go on? I can see why this stage is hated so much. Trying to do this Buster only, which, you know, if you listen to the judges, they said you should design your stage to be done Buster only. I cannot imagine doing this Buster only. I'm not done yet. Now I'm done. Okay, let's breathe. For the briefest of moments, okay, we want to be on left side. I'll have just fill up anything. Usually the worst stage just has, like, glitchiness to it, or... It's not a very difficult stage. Usually the worst stage is just... not like this hot mess. I also fear for how much more of a stage we have after this. Okay. There's just so much wrong with this stage. And it exists for no real reason. Oh, that's bad. Man, take any hit and you're just kind of screwed there. When we flubbed it. When I signed up to record this session, I did not think we were going to have this difficult of a stage. Okay, I need something that fits that. Oh, what? He knocked me through the magnet beam. He wasn't supposed to do that. I took that hit intentionally because I was going to get hit or lose my magnet beam. These hothead throwers are like the worst thing about this. Now, the auto-scrolling is the worst thing about this. No, the one-tile section is the worst thing about this. I figured out what's the worst thing about this. Okay, I can use this. That hit is fine, I guess. Go away, please. Okay, I'm out of that. Dang it! Where's the end of this auto-scrolling? Didn't one-shot him. Water shield, let's try you here for a moment. I think that's what was intended. I don't know what was intended, to be honest. Okay, this is the furthest I've made it. Everybody go away, please. Are we done with this yet? Oh my gosh. I need to get up. Why is there a colored switch? That's not good. You know, if we don't make it on this trip, I think I'm using an E-tank. What is this? Oh my gosh. We reached a dang checkpoint. It only took, you know, a majority of all our weapons. And of course, we're not done yet. Why would we be done? I didn't kill that. Break dash, I haven't used you yet. Yeah, this seems good. Rush bike. Well, this didn't work. It's okay, we hit a checkpoint, so... There needs to be no more auto-scrolling, though. I'm not handling this well. I'll just take the hit. Give me that. I don't have a good ground-crawling weapon. A Spark Chaser you'll do. I just burned through that Spark Chaser, though. Yeah, not getting that. Checkpoint reached. Cool. A boss time! Cool, let's find out what you're weak to. Not that. Stop! Spark Chaser's decent, but it's blown up my floor. I mean, I can just blow up my own flora. It's cool. 4 damage. Cool. Let's do that. What? Okay. Achievement unlocked, getting started. That was quite a start. Wait, what's that other symbol mean? There's no judge comments? Oh, here we go. Unlike the previous major Make a Good Mega Man level contest, we had measures in place that allowed us to remove levels from the running entirely. If a majority of judges agreed it broke one of the major rules, it would be cut. Otherwise, all 5 of us would have to unanimously agree that it warranted removal, and we're all very different people, so that's generally hard to get. That I could legitimately beat it 100%, no need for debug cheats, saved it from a majority vote against truly unreasonable difficulty. And I've seen enough fledgling creators make abhorrently terrible stuff to figure that X6 meme, despite the name, is a genuine effort, so it couldn't get a unanimous exclusion vote. Thus it's sitting here, I'll bet, in dead last. Does that mean the level is truly worth playing? Well, I didn't think I'd ever say this, but now I'm craving snake donuts. Certainly, I would have preferred them to what's here. The level's opening section does it no favors already, with pixel-perfect jumps on ice with bombs, Machine Gun Joes, and Gabioles, all of which have little to nothing to do with X6. Needless to say, busting out special weapons is a far better choice to make here. That's followed by a long falling section, with the level's graphics deliberately breaking down, which I'll admit, at least it's a cool visual. But then we get to the big highlight of this level, the upwards auto-scroll, and words do not adequately describe how utterly and thoroughly unreasonable and downright miserable that section actually is. If by some miracle you're reading this review before playing this level, take the judge panel's advice, especially the fact that this was nearly cut from the contest entirely. Use the skip, save your sanity. Hey, I did it. I can say I did it. This entire several-minute long section was unbelievably awful, and it completely overtakes the rest of the level just by virtue of being that bloody awful. I am craving snake donuts, legitimately. The original Blaze Heat Mix was better than this, and X6 was certainly way more interesting than this, because the rest of the level isn't interesting or even super worth talking about. Well, one other thing is worth talking about. The aesthetic in the energy element room is awful and doesn't communicate pits very well. I was wondering if that was a pit, which has caused at least one death and subsequent unnecessary rematch. Otherwise, though, whoops. I know you can scroll like that. I wouldn't say this is my least favorite level, as the Mecha Dragon on tiny ice blocks was at least somewhat cool, but yeesh, what a miserable experience. Well, that was Mick. How do I get to... Oh, Shinryu. I was all set to leave my review as that picture, but call it a day. Since this is one of those rare occurrences where I felt a full review wasn't completely necessary, All of the stage's issues are glaringly obvious, to the point where it's very easy to see why this level ended up where it did in the rankings. That being said, I don't want to be completely unthorough with this review either. So on that note, here's a list of this level's biggest issues. The haphazard tile placement makes the stage itself look like a jumbled mess. There's even a spot where spikes are used as background detail of all things. Enemy placement feels more like an afterthought than anything. At least, up until you get to the auto-scroll segment, where they become far more of a nuisance due to the sheer hectic nature of that section. There are gaps leading up to the boss that you can't jump across without utilities. I think that auto-scroll section is worse than the escape sequence in that one Metroid level in the 48-hour contest. That's how bad that section was. Mecha Dragon's fight is made much worse due to a limited space you have to avoid his fireballs, along with the floor being entirely spikes. Given that the last screen is basically a giant pit, it's very easy to accidentally fall in when you first enter the room, and of course dying here means refighting Mecha Dragon. I think that pretty much covers it. There's a potential argument to be made that if this stage isn't really a genuine effort, but rather was submitted to the contest as a joke, even if that was the case, however, I'm firmly in the camp that level design like this shouldn't get a pass simply for being under the "it's a joke" umbrella. Patchy, 37 out of 50. Blaze Heat X Firebird. Well, there's a clear inspiration from one of X6's most infamous levels. I don't know why you'd want to have inspiration from that. Oh, it was called X6 meme by It's the It. Okay. Gotcha. I was thinking X6 meme was the name of the person. Never mind. I figured that out after the whole stage. Annoying and tedious auto-scrolling sections, that's not even half describing it. Annoying respawning enemies and instant death hazards. Let's see if Dr. Novocaine gets through that. I gotta see that. Prepare for a bad time if you plan to Buster only. I don't think that's possible, as some parts during the tower climb essentially lead to dead ends with impossible jumps. A lot of the platforms are very narrow too, so you bet you're gonna get knocked straight into the non-rising lava of death from one stray bullet. For a double whammy, let's also introduce puzzles into this. Puzzles with no prior introduction on how they work nonetheless. Then when you reach the Mecha Dragon boss, it's just very underwhelming climax. The boss AI remains unchanged, the fireballs from the dragon are fairly simple to dodge, even with limited space, and if you get knocked off the platforms, there's spikes. Because these aren't Mega Man 1 spikes. The token does not exist. So was there supposed to be a token and there wasn't? As a blind judge, determining whether a level is an honest attempt or an exclusion-worthy troll is a matter of interpreting what the level tells me about itself. This level tells me unquestionably that it is purposely terrible for a laugh at the expense of the player. Why is X6 meme-worthy? Because of its notoriously bad design choices? So what possible best-case scenario would have this ending up as a good level? It doesn't help that there's a reference to Make a Good Mega Man level to Snowman, a verified troll level. The repetitious challenges are pure pain. Small, icy platforms surrounded by pits that are barely close enough to jump across, unassisted, swarmed by speedy spines and the most notorious difficult version of Sniper Joe. a messy auto-scrolling sequence subjecting the player to 3 minutes, the length of an entire NES Mega Man level, of instant death at the slightest mistake, culminating in an out-of-nowhere puzzle gimmick that's guaranteed to get players killed before they figure out what's going on. No, that's not true. I made it through the puzzle gimmick on the first try. I made it around the puzzle gimmick on the first try. Let's put it that way. An incredibly miserable token found after the interminable auto-scrolling sequence. Recall that none of the game's secret-finding upgrades were implemented when these levels were created. There's a token I missed. I'm not gonna... I mean, that's a hint, but I'm not gonna... If I have to do it after the level section... No. I'm not doing that auto-scroll section ever again. I will I will go back in and do the skip teleporter to get the token. Following the boss fight, a cruel fake out where the floor is secretly a bottomless pit, requiring the player to freeze immediately or die and refight the boss. There's no way anyone playtested this. A Buster-only run is absolutely ludicrous, yet special weapons make the horizontal stretches utterly pointless. Not really. Problematic construction is patently obvious in the last couple screens. I argued strongly to have this excluded. Obviously, it's still here. Basic functionality, decent aesthetics, some original ideas, and actually thoughtful weapon refills are worth a few points, but I'd just as soon give this a 0. There was actually... This is the last one, right? Yeah. Actually a debate amongst the panel whether or not this was deliberately troll attempt. We'd already yeeted out a couple of stages that we think crossed the line. The debate come down to whether or not we thought this was intentionally malicious or just plain incompetent. I think the latter, for what it's worth. It was a long debate though. Even if it wasn't a troll, it also isn't playable. But a few choice changes might have made it even remotely playable, namely some specific infinite ammo weapons, 1 or 2 more wider platforms to remove most of the pixel-perfect jumps, and removing that Mega Man 1 enemy Flying Shell who was frankly just absurd in a level like this, resulting in it being a right pain in the tail even long after it's gone off screen. Even with those changes, this would still be a really bad level and probably the worst. Hey, I'm not the worst. That and a puzzle. Imagine me making finger quotes when I say this at the end of the vertical climb that's timed and frankly impossible to parse until after several deaths because the switch appears long before the puzzle itself. It's obvious this level is designed around the weapon set. I don't mind stages doing that, but when stages do that, they need to make that more obvious from the get-go. I thought all the weapon refills made that obvious. Infinite ammo on certain weapons absolutely puts the player into that mindset. But the stage starts off with lots of impossible jumps, tons of Joes and pit enemies, yet I found it doesn't really sink in what it expects until the climb and the absurd amount of ammo laying at the start. The climb is seriously the worst part of the stage, and for reasons I explained earlier. After that, the final quarter and boss is like, whatever, man. I think if the few things I mentioned had been implemented, it would have been playable. I went in afterwards with the debug command that gave infinite ammo. It was playable more or less. So yeah, utterly incompetent, not fun, utterly devoid of fun. Not much more needed to be said. Awful level, really. Yeah, I'm missing a thing, and I'm not doing the thing over again, so we're gonna use the skip. Oh, hi! But without one of the casino upgrades, you'd never guess where to find it. To the left. Yep. no wonder why. So that's the token. Okay. Well, I didn't skip the level, but I didn't get the token. I like that we don't even have to know the stage. So this has one token, one... Is there anything that... Ah, so that has 4 tokens. And 1 element. Okay. I guess next time, stage 174. Oh, I already know this can't be my stage, because I had 5 tokens. Alright. Well, that also means it's not 173 either. Hooray! I'm gonna stop doing that joke at some point. But I guess for now, I'll take my leave.